Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I am excited to share with you some of the really cool stuff that I just picked up. Hey guys, welcome back. Like I said, I am very excited to share with you some of these items that I just picked up this past weekend. All of them are things that I am actually very excited to add to this collection, and so I'm just going to dive right in. I got all of these this past weekend, I should add. The first one, this is one that actually I got it as a birthday gift from my parents. This is a Criterion film that I was actually missing out of my collection, and so I'm excited to add it to the collection. And these are some spy numbers that are within my one of my goals this year of having from spy numbers 1 to 300. And so there was only like 4 items or 3 items that I was missing within that spy number range. And so the one that was taking up the most spy numbers was a box set. But this is 3 films. This is the box set Stage and Spectacle. And so I'm very excited to add this to the collection. I've never seen this before. This is spy number 241 through 244. The box set itself is spy number 241, and then the individual films here are spy numbered. And this is actually brand new, factory sealed. My parents found this on eBay at a pretty good price. So I'm very excited to check this out. It looks very fun, and just, I think these are all French films, if I'm not mistaken. At least 2 of them are French films, so very excited to check these out. Now, the next 2 items actually I picked up at the Retro Attic. One nice thing about kind of going through your entire collection, which is I've been in the process of doing that over the last few weeks. When I have time here and there, I just kind of decide if I want to be keeping them, and if I'm actually going to be watching them, or if they're just kind of sitting on a shelf and I'm never going to actually get around to watching them. I've been kind of determining that, and so I had a pretty good stack of stuff that I ended up taking to the Retro Attic to trade in. That is kind of like the nice thing when you, I briefly talked about this on some live streams too, where my collection is constantly shifting. So it's constantly growing, but also constantly shrinking at the same time. And so I've kind of adopted the idea of quality over quantity. And so I would much rather have a collection full of what is seen behind me, whether that's Criterion or boutique stuff, or horror, or even horror VHS. And so I've been kind of going through that process. And so I took a bunch of stuff to the Retro Attic the other weekend, and got some store credit, which is actually what I used to buy the rest of the items with. But I was very happy to come across. This is a film that I have actually never seen before, but I feel like I've heard about it with like different horror videos and stuff. But for $5, I decided to grab the film American Gothic. So again, I've never seen this before, but it looks kind of fun. Yeah, and he had a ton of other cool like horror stuff that I would love to pick up, but maybe the next trip to him I'll have to grab some more. But and then the other item I grabbed, this is one, I think this is like a documentary, or just like I want to say it's like a documentary, but it looked pretty interesting. This is titled The Story of Film, an Odyssey. And so this is like a 5-disc collection, which I just love this packaging. I think it's so fun. On the back here you have different shots from different famous films. And yeah, it's just like a cool looking like set where it's just kind of goes through the history of film. I'll show the back here. And it looks fun. I mean, it starts in 1895 and it goes all the way up to 2000. So I'm very excited to dive into this. But yeah, that is the story of film. And then on the same day that I went to the Retro Attic, I decided to go to a local exchange where I've been definitely not going to the exchange as much as I used to in the past, mainly because I feel like sometimes their pricing is on the higher end. But I decided to take my chances and stop in at this exchange, which I was very happy to because there were a ton of out-of-print slipcover horror films. I only picked up, looks like I got 3 out-of-print horror titles. And I'm very excited to add these to my collection, but they're all at a very good price. Usually, I would say a lot of the time when it comes to horror, especially horror, when it comes to out-of-print slipcovers, whether that's from Scream Factory or Vinegar Syndrome or Blue Underground or any of these labels that have slipcovers, usually that skyrockets the price, especially at like stores like the Exchange, where you might have the movie without the slipcover, just say for $20, and then with the slipcover might be $30 or $40, just depending on a few factors. But the first title, this is not out of print, but this was on my wish list for this month, and I've been hoping to collect all of these. I'm only missing a handful now, but yeah, this is put out by Grindhouse Releasing, which they are the same company who I have a few. You can't really tell in the background, but I have a few back there. And I'm excited to, I've seen this movie before, but I'm excited to add this one because I don't have a Blu-ray of this. I have it on a, one of the old Anchor Bay tins, which is a DVD set. But this is the film, The Beyond. And so this is put out by, again, Grindhouse Releasing. And so it's a nice 3-disc collector's edition where it comes with the CD, or the soundtrack rather, and then the film with 2 discs in there, and then also a booklet. So yeah, it's just a fantastic release. I really enjoy these Grindhouse Releasing titles. But what was nice about this one usually runs for about $30 on the Grindhouse Releasing website. And on eBay, it can go anywhere from 30 to 35 to 40, just kind of depends. But this one they had for only $20. And so I was very happy to grab this for $20, which is cheaper than their website. And so, yeah, excited to add this to the collection. Now, these last 3 titles are what I'm really excited to talk about. These are ones that I didn't go into the Exchange specifically looking for. However, when I saw them, especially at the price that they were, I just knew I had to pick them up. So the first one, this is a film from Severin Films, which I don't think I've ever seen this in person. This is an out-of-print title, so even, this has a slipcover, but even without the slipcover, it is out of print. The Blu-ray sells anywhere from $80 to $100 usually, in my opinion. The DVD can go from $40 to $50, but I got this for only $10, which I'm very, very excited about because yeah, it has a slipcover, but that is the film Hardwire. And again, this is from Severin Films, which you can see here. And another bonus, it is brand new, factory sealed, with the tag still on the top there. So yeah, this is the 2-disc special edition. Unfortunately, it is only the DVD, but I will take it for $10. Yeah, it's always so fun to have a Severin film like this, where I know it's out of print, it's kind of rare, but especially only for $10, I am very excited to add this to the collection. The next one, this is one that I really wanted to add. I've been kind of looking more into the Blue Underground 4K films. I have one Blue Underground 4K film, and that is the movie Zombie. But unfortunately, that one does not have the slipcover. And so this is one that I was honestly debating just buying right out from eBay without the slipcover, because I know the slipcover is actually, kind of hard to find, and if you do find it, it is going to be more expensive. But I'm glad that I didn't right away, because this has the slipcover, and this was actually a pretty good price for it. So this is the 4K transfer of the film Maniac. And so this does have the slipcover, which I am very excited about, because I think it does. I mean, some people collect slipcovers, some people don't. I personally, my policy with slipcovers is if I come across the movie at a good price with the slipcover, I'm going to gravitate towards getting the slipcover. I'm not going to necessarily like really go out of my way to get the slipcover. I feel like, you know, I'm not going to spend like an extra $30, $40 for a cardboard sleeve. I mean, really depends on the title, but like 9 times out of 10, I would not do that. So this one, I was very happy because the price on it was only, let me see if it will focus, only $25 for the film. And I feel like $25 without the slipcover is actually a really good price. And so I was very happy that it had the sleeve with it. So I may be making another trip up to this exchange because they had a few other titles that I may want to add to the collection. So, but the last item, this is one that really stood out to me because I know a lot of people are aware of how like valuable these slipcovers are. I've seen, you know, people sell just the slipcovers for $60 to $75. You know, some people will even, if it has the movie, you know, they might be asking $100 for it. But this is one that I never wanted to spend that kind of money on. It's actually a movie that I wouldn't be surprised if the company that puts this out eventually puts out a 4K with this brand new slipcover with it, because this is one I feel is like a pretty desirable. It's a desirable Blu-ray, but it's also just a desirable slipcover with it. And again, it's one that it was on my radar, but it's not one that I was like seeking out because I knew how expensive it was. And I'll tell you how much I paid here in a second, but that is the film Sleepaway Camp. So again, it has a slipcover, which is fantastic, and it is in perfect condition. I mean, you can, hopefully the video can kind of see it if it'll focus. It is in like spotless condition. And so I am very, very excited because this was only $25. And what's nice about the exchange, with all of these, the reason why I even went to the exchange in the first place is during your month of your birthday, if you have an exchange card, you get 20% off of your entire purchase for one transaction for the month. So knowing that I had 20% off, I had a little bit of store credit as well. And I also had some money from the Retro Attic that I was able to combine all of those elements to get all of this stuff for very, very cheap. And so, yeah, with the 20% off of all of this on top of these really low prices, I am very, very excited to add, you know, this to my collection. Again, I wouldn't be surprised if down the line they upgrade this to 4K, but for now I am excited because this slipcover is in absolute perfect condition. This is a fantastic film if you've not seen it. I have the old Anchor Bay like Red Cross edition of the box set. It's a DVD box set, so this is actually an upgrade for me. I won't be getting rid of my Anchor Bay set because that's also out of print and it's kind of expensive now, but yeah, I am very excited to add this to the collection. So that is everything that I picked up. I am very excited to add all of those to the collection. I just feel like they all add a good amount of value to my movie room, and that's honestly kind of what I'm going for. I've talked about this at length in other videos where I just feel like, you know, having films that you are proud to own, films that you feel like are worth the investment, is probably a better choice than having a room full of just mediocre movies. And so I'm really trying to shift my collecting patterns from, you know, solely collecting just anything I come across, and, you know, if I'm at Goodwill, just buying whatever they have. And there will be times like that I will come across a film that looks interesting or something that I do want to check out, and I'll pay a couple bucks for it just to watch it. I mean, a perfect example of that is a few months ago, I bought the film Wedding Days, which I got actually from the Retro Attic. I think it was only $2. And so, you know, I actually sat down to watch it and realized I didn't really find it that funny, and so ended up getting rid of it. And so I think it's just kind of like, you know, really deciding what is worth my time and what is worth my money as well, because, you know, I only have limited of both of those things. And so I would rather be spending my time watching stuff that is stuff, you know, like this, where it's cool. I've seen both of these films, but just quality stuff. And so I'm very excited excited to add both of these. But yeah, let me know, guys, in the comments down below, what do you think of things I picked up? Do you think I got everything at a good price? I'm curious, you know, what are some prices of those similar items that you saw? Whether that's the Maniac movie or Maniac on 4K with the slipcover, you know, what is the lowest you've seen that go for? I am very curious, but thank you guys again for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Bye.